Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
I know. Same old boring point of view. Me, sitting in front of a couple of 30-inch monitors with my virtual friends here. A few lights, red curtain, faux flannel, and you, of course, part of the LockerGnome Daily Report. If it seems like I'm not very excited, that's not really the case. I am excited. It's just that this particular backdrop isn't as exciting as last week's backdrop there in Vegas. I assume, and I realize that may be a bad assumption, that many of you had tuned in during the live broadcast last week when we were still in Las Vegas with a full view of the Strip. And if you missed it, that's okay. You can go back and watch all those videos. They have been uploaded to the channel. Everything was as it should have been. Friday, though, as I had said on Thursday during the live broadcast, we would not be doing anything live because I was uploading my grandfather's video, 96-year-old geek, and many of you watched and rated that video. I think we have, well, I don't have it. My grandfather has like 350 likes now. You've made his life. Congratulations. And then, of course, last night, very late last night, I uploaded our helicopter tour of Las Vegas. Many of you received that quite warmly as well. It seems to me that it's okay, honey. Where are you taking a look at?
The doorbell.
Oh, the doorbell. Apparently, we have a gadget that's being delivered. I can't wait to see what has shown up on our doorstep. I understand it's a piece of hardware of some kind. We will hopefully see it during the live broadcast. We'll see. Many of you seem to like me more when I'm doing vlogging versus, talking about technology as we tend to do every weekday right around 3 p.m. So hello, everybody, including those who are tuned in on YouTube. To by Zek, Lyrican 1985, V8 Boy 53, PC 509, IBM ThinkPad R51, Yoda 5740, Tech Madian. And then, of course, we also have unidentified 3632 in the Nomi's chat room. Banther, Daniel Busher, Adam Trailer, April, Arrow, Team Wardo, Squirrel, Ed, or Ed's computer support. He's on his netbook today. Banther, Right Noob, Kyle K, Andrew Epperson, Syrian75, Magic Tracks, Rick Brett, Micaiah, and I think Kevin was in here as well. Thought he was, at least a few minutes ago. We have this week coming up for you on Wednesday a live Google Plus Hangout. You can join us. At least you can tune in to watch it. We'll be talking about Empire Avenue now that we have the Nomi's achievement having been posted. For those of you who want to take advantage of that, if you want to know about social media engagement, you definitely want to tune in for that when it happens. But today on the slate, what we have is who makes malware? Ooh. Am I paranoid, or are they after me? The future of multiplayer PC games toward a more accessible future. Community moderation and administration tips. TaskRabbit makes it easier to find help or make money helping. Why Annoys can increase your productivity. Just because you didn't think of it first doesn't mean it's a bad idea. And then, of course, the backlink of the day. All the links are in the description for this particular live video. Let's see here. That's 8. It's approximately eight videos we're going to be doing today. So the box, you thought it was for you, didn't you?
Yeah, he said something about if there was, he's going to check something, and he asked me a couple questions like
he's going to check something. Well, I haven't gotten the new modem yet.
Well,
this is a...
He asked if there was a tag on it, and I was like, I'm not sure. He's like, do you mind if I check it real quick?
Do you want me to grab it, or is he gone?
He said he's going to check it, then I guess if he had any questions, he'd come back.
Okay, so he's not checking it out.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he is checking it out. Outside? Okay, I can pull the modem. So what we're talking about here is you get a view of my butt. So I move this monitor out of the way. It's so large. Okay, I'm disappearing. It's eating me. The desk is eating me. Hang on. Just a second. Let me disconnect everything. I need to disconnect.
Where'd you go?
I'm right here. Hang on. So many of you saw that the live video feed at live.pirillo.com was down for the past few days, and it's because apparently this is dead. This modem here. I've had it since about 2007, and it's been running the live video feed in case he comes back or asks.
He said he's going to check outside.
Oh, okay. That's fine, too. But it's down, or it has been down, the live video feed. I have it set on a different connection, a DSL connection. So, Chris, how are you streaming live if you're not connected to the internet? Well, obviously I'm connected to the internet. I have a separate cable connection that I use for a lot of my bandwidth-intensive stuff, like broadcasting live on YouTube. And yes, broadcasting live on Ustream on live.pirillo.com can also be bandwidth-intensive. So I get a family, apparently. I've adopted... Where the hell they send them? All right, so let's go over here. Here's the new modem. I should probably... I don't want to enable wireless. Hopefully I don't have to enable wireless, because I don't need another wireless signal in this house. I'm pretty sure I can disable wireless on this thing. Or I should be able to. I was able to on the other one. I can't imagine it, not being able to disable the wireless signal. But this will be my new DSL modem that I will be installing at some point. I do it right now, but unfortunately it's not very exciting to watch someone put together, their network. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is for many of you. I will do that after the fact. What fact? The fact that I'm broadcasting this live on YouTube. Hello. Thank you for the likes. Let's go ahead and say thank you to 52 of you. Thank you. And for the 144 who are watching right now, let's see if we can draw in a few others. Tell people on Facebook that I'm back in the saddle again. All 68,050 of you who like me on Facebook. And to the 104,749 people, I'm sorry, 679, not to confuse. 749, 679, there's a bit of a difference. I'm going to go ahead and tweet that out as well. And then make sure I like this video as well. So yeah, I practice what I preach. And the reason why I like this video is because it's easier to +1 the video so that people can see on Google Plus that I am streaming live. Oh, I didn't think anybody's on Google Plus. They are. There are over a million people, 1 million people who've circled me on Google Plus, and I'm very grateful for them having not uncircled me at any point. I could, possibly give them more excuses, to uncircle me. Like not to. So let's go ahead and dive into the videos now that we've told people that we are broadcasting live on YouTube, as we do just about every weekday for the LockerGnome Daily Report, TLDR. Oh, by the way, special guest coming in this Wednesday. Got a very, very, very special guest. If you watch only one TLDR in your life, not this one. Well, no, don't tune out or anything, but Wednesday we will have a special guest. So, not going to tell you who, not even going to give you any clues. I could, though. You know who it is, but don't tell anybody. You can't bribe Diana. She will not tell you. I hope. She cracks under pressure so easily. You give her some hot Cheetos, and she's like, what do you need to know?
Or ice cream.
Or ice cream. Not at the same time, though. Hot Cheetos and ice cream. Not a good combination. Okay, so let's go ahead, and everyone click on the first article I made a reply with how you can be your own malware detector in seconds. Oh, really? Wow. Thank you, Lance. Was that Lance Seidman who left the comment? Thank you. Lance has written one blog post and potentially others for LockerGnome.com. But let's go ahead and dive into that first article. Who makes malware? Am I paranoid, or are they after me? All right. You may have been infected with some rather nasty software at some point in the past. You realize your computer was running slow. Is it a virus? Well, maybe not. But was it an annoying piece of software that kept throwing pop-up windows at you and advertisement after advertisement, just bombardments of just junk? You may have been infected with malware. How did I get the malware? Well, you probably downloaded something you shouldn't have been downloading. It's usually how malware gets onto your system. Back in the day, the only way to get infected with a virus was to, well, to network the computer potentially, but, share floppy disks. And you don't want to touch someone else's floppy disk without washing your hands first. And if you do get infected, it was penicillin, I think, cleared up most computer viruses back in the day. Obviously joking just a little bit there. But malware is still a threat, and it's ever present. A question has been asked, well, who makes malware? Am I paranoid, or are they after me? They might be. Depends on what that malware was designed to do. Maybe it was designed to serve up ads. Maybe it was designed to turn your computer into a zombie as a part of a botnet. Could have been designed to be malicious. Could have been designed to track your every move online. Really bad software with bad intentions. Mal intentions. Malware. Not all adware as it used to be called, is malware, because it just be maybe just serving up a generic advertisement in the actual program window. You guys still call them programs? They're now apps. Well, we've detailed a story about this. Who makes malware? There are a lot of conspiracy theorists who would suggest that malware developers are hired guns, and they are approached by organizations who want to do bad things and who can make a ton of money by doing things that are less than ethical. But they don't want to do it themselves, so they go to the developers and say, here's what we want to do. We want you to create a program that attaches itself to something that looks like an MP3 file, and then when the user downloads it from one of those, BitTorrent, let's say, I wouldn't say, you can't really say BitTorrent sites. Let's just say P2P in general. There's some kind of P2P mechanism. Because back in my day, P2P was handing them a floppy disk. But it's got a jacket on. It's clean. It's like a condom for the floppy. So, what could be done from that point is up to whatever the program was designed to do, whatever that malware was designed to do. And it was likely to enable you to incur things that should not be happening without the malware installed. Pop-up ads being served, your usage habits being tracked, even all the way down to your browser being hijacked, so that every web page you visited, you'd get an additional advertisement served up on the web page. It's just bad stuff, right? And this is usually done because someone else is making money. That's typically why this is done. Someone else is making money. Viruses can be destructive. Malware is annoying, and it's usually because someone is gaining financially from what was done. The easiest way to keep yourself clean from malware isn't even installing some kind of anti-malware software or some kind of scanner. Even if Nomis had suggested it here in the chat, I wasn't really watching it there. My recommendation, don't download stuff. It's really my biggest tip. Or if you do it through official app stores, like the Amazon App Store for Android apps, or potentially the App Store that Apple has, their iTunes cloud thing. And cloud thing, it's not really a part of iCloud per se. Your settings kind of are. Or even with the forthcoming Windows 8, Microsoft's App Store. If you go through those official entities, the chances of you downloading anything that could harm your experience will be greatly diminished. And I know many of you have anti-malware tips to share with the rest of the community. But, it's really interesting to note who can stand to benefit from ruining your experience. That's the real question to ask. Not necessarily how to stop it, but who's doing it? No program will protect you from everything out there. You need to proactively defend your network and use safe computing habits online. Indeed. That is the truth. The future of multiplayer PC games. Not the death. Not the death. You ready, honey? You got mud on your face. A big disgrace. Waving your... Never mind. I was going to say floppy disk all over the place, but no one really uses floppy disks anymore. So, aside from the really awkward, random Queen song reference, we've got an article on LockerGnome.com talking about the future. It's really less of an article, more of a story. The future of multiplayer PC games. And it's not doom and gloom, believe it or not. Why did I say mud on your face? Because I remember the days of muds, mushes, and moos. Do you guys remember what mud is short for? Anybody? Do you remember what mud is short for, honey? No. You probably used mud on your face before, but you weren't a disgrace. That was the song. Do you know the song? You don't know the song. Multi-user dungeon. Yeah, Rick Breck got it. So it was essentially, and you can still, by the way, mud. There are many active muds out there. Text interface, and you type back and forth commands and inventory, and you create these experiences and connections with people who are also a part of these muds. There were also BBS door games. Do you guys remember those? That was early PC gaming, and in many cases, these classics are still around. Probably. For me, they would be more enjoyable than today's games. There's a lot of imagination involved when all you had was a text interface. All the way through to today's RPGs, or role-playing games, multiplayer role-playing games. The future is is definitely going to be interesting to watch. I think Microsoft stands the best chance to really engage the future today. So, as we speculate, the future of gaming is about this. And you're thinking, that's such a small screen. No, not just this, but certainly involving this. Because when you can't be tethered to a 60-inch typical television screen, well, maybe it's typical for some, but let's just say a large television screen through which your console is connected, or maybe a large computer monitor through which you play your games. You can't carry this around with you. It's just not practical, but you can carry this around with you. And taking the game experience away from this setup and allowing it to, keep you engaged when you're on the go. Mobility is really the next step behind, these ideas of, multiplayer PC games. Really, social, before we were using social as a buzzword. Going all the way back to some of the first social games, at least social computer games. So, if you are a dyed-in-the-wool PC gamer, cool. I'm sure you got your PC tricked out, you the highest specs in your entire neighborhood, but you just can't take it with you. You can take this with you. And I think more and more games are going to keep you engaged when you're on the go. It just, to me, seems like a foregone conclusion because, let's say you can't build up inventory or experience points when you can't sit in front of the computer. You're in the other room. You're watching TV. You're doing something else. You're on a bus. You could be doing something on this controller. So why does Microsoft stand a chance of winning here? Because they'll have a Windows 8 desktop solution, or let's just say Windows desktop solution. They've got the console solution, and now they've got a pretty decent mobile solution coming down the pike as well in the form of Windows Phone, whatever the hell they're going to be calling it next week. So really, of all the players in today's gaming landscape, I think Microsoft could capture and hold the marketplace, at least for the future of multiplayer games. You guys agree? Disagree? Take a look at the story. Let us know what you think. Your package is here. Okay, we got another package that's coming, another hardware package. Here, cut the rope. Yeah, that's not exactly a multiplayer game, really. It's not gonna happen there. Every device has cut the rope. Name one device that doesn't have cut the rope, guys. Seriously, name one. Name one. See, no one... Someone asked for a room tour on YouTube. Well, apparently they have not gone to YouTube to look for it. Because it's already there. This is what you guys need to do. Oh, yeah! I see. I didn't have to ask the question. Did you get it, honey?
Yeah.
Let's see her. Let's see the hardware. Wow. Holy jeez. Is this yours?
Mm-hmm.
Your box is bigger than mine. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so...
Tell them I have the MacBook Pro of hair dryers.
She's got the MacBook Pro of hair dryers. Okay, I realize how dangerous this is right about now. Don't ever unbox things like this, guys. Ow, what's this? Murad?
Oh, samples.
For rejuvenating lift. NARS. Stilla. And I think that's it. You may have to go through
The T3.
It's the T3. This is a hairdryer. A feather... Wait, honey, what? You already have a hairdryer. See, many of you guys, you got the camera, the Canon T3i. This is the T3. This is the thing that started it all. What the hell is this? You already have a hairdryer. What makes this one different? It's supposed to dry your hair in half the time. How is it? It's the same air.
Use the light, so my hand doesn't get tired.
Your hand doesn't get tired. I didn't realize these things were heavy. You could just let the air dry it. Doesn't that help? I think. Why use a blower? See, guys, you think this is awkward? This is the way a lot of the women look at us when we open the latest gadget. No, but you don't understand! The pixel density is so awesome! They see things differently than many of us. And it's not to say that we don't have female geeks in the audience. Let me see how heavy this thing is. Let me try this here. Let's see how lightweight it is.
Featherweight.
It's pretty light. I mean, I can imagine holding on to that for hours. All right, intermission. You can't wait to dry your hair. You're gonna go get it wet just to dry it, aren't you? That's you guys. You ever do that? You break something just so you can fix it with the new tools you bought? I know you have. That's a good way to get volume.
Yeah.
You know what? Just turn it up. You just use the little rocker switch on the side, and then it. Well, I was gonna say my battery died that quickly. I didn't think I was using it that frequently. Oh my God, it's Christmas, says T-Shida 1990 there on YouTube. Unboxing my new iPad was an epic moment. Yes, but you can't dry your hair with an iPad. How many times do I have to tell you this, Micaiah? Before it sinks in. Let's talk about... Wait, were the videos okay to this point? The two that we did? The malware, future, multiplayer? Toward a more accessible future. Okay. What's interesting about technology to me is that it's always advancing. Things are always changing. But I guess maybe I'm a typical user in the sense that when a product's released, I can use it to its fullest potential. But there are some people who can't necessarily use it to its fullest potential. And for that reason, you have certain features that are sometimes built in for software experiences. For example, and this isn't, to talk specifically about the device that I have in my hand, an iPhone running iOS 5.1, but many solutions out there, hardware-driven solution, have software enhancements. And if I go into the accessibility portion of iOS here, I can turn on VoiceOver, Zoom, large text, white on black. That I can reverse the colors just like that. Pretty easy. Speak selection or speak auto text. I can also turn on custom vibrations for anybody who might be. So when Diana texts me, it'll go boom 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 like a heartbeat boom 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 because she's my heart. And then of course I can turn on LED flash for alerts. I can rebalance it from left to right. Turn on assistive touch or change the physical or the motor capabilities for incoming calls, and even turn on or off the triple click home for the home button. Accessibility may not be at the top of your mind when it comes to technology, but as we think about gadgets and gizmos and our regular usage patterns for them, sometimes it's interesting to, take it a step further and realize that we could use some of those features ourselves. Like I just showed you something, the custom alert tones. How many of you guys are going to go turn that on right now? I think I did one like that's another one that I did. It's pretty easy to do. You just tap the screen and it creates the different type of buzz. It's not really a ringtone. It's more like the vibration alert. But we are inching towards a much more accessible future, all the way down to thinking, I can cross I can cross the street with a relative amount of ease. Today we had the windows down and we heard a chirping sound, and Diana had never really heard that before. I said, well, it's so that those who can't see very well know that it's time to cross the street. When we visited the Hoover Dam last week, there was a ramp that led up to the new bypass, and I was like, why did they build the ramp? And because they had a set of stairs. I'm like, well, how else are people who can't easily use the stairs are going to get up there? Even my dad, who's had problems with his hip, would much rather take a ramp, even if it would take longer, than take the stairs. Technology, works in much the same way. Just because you have the ability to use something very well doesn't mean that everybody would have an equal amount of ability. And we are increasingly inching towards that more accessible future, from getting around to operating devices. And as that technology advances, it gets better for all of us, not just those who don't have the same abilities that many of us do, but everybody in general. And really, I think that's what technology is there for. It's there to enable experiences. It's not there to lock people out. That's not the promise of what technology can do to change the world. So take a look at the story that we posted. We even included a video that's talking specifically about BCI technologies and being able to use your brain to control computers. I did a test when I was in Germany last year where I was able to type out a couple of sentences just using my brain and thinking about certain patterns. Wouldn't it be neat to be able to do that right now instead of typing, just thinking it and then having it happen? You may think that's far-fetched, but 50 years from now, that may be the norm. So what kind of future are you looking for in terms of technology advancement and making technologies more accessible? Have you heard of anything unique that is actually happening right now? Let us know. Community moderation and administration tips from John Mckinley. All right, ready? One of my more popular speeches that I've given in front of many groups, including a very large group in France a few years back and then one in San Francisco, is about community. And I've been involved with various online communities for a number of years, ever since 1996. And I've come to learn a lot about community. And I've made certain statements that you're more than welcome to watch. I've posted those videos, those speeches, to our YouTube channel. You can go back and look for what is community or community and likely pull it up if you don't see it outright from my handle. We've got a few more tips for those of you who are either a part of a community like ours or wanting to administer or participate in a community. John Mckinley, also known as This Damn Scotsman, who is a part of our community, and he's sometimes here in chat. He's also on TeamSpeak. He's a Nomie out in Scotland, hence his handle. He's certainly been a part of several communities as well. And because of his involvement with LockerGnome and the fact that he's got rather unique perspectives, he's now a regular contributor to LockerGnome. That's how it happened with Matt Ryan as well. That's how he came into the fold. He just watched the things that we were doing and wanted to be a part of something that was a bit bigger than him. So John Mckinley had written a few tips here. Number one, don't expect to be a hero. I'm a big believer in setting the stage for good experiences. So like on LockerGnome.net, give you a chance to ask questions, get answers, make it kind of fun with the karma points, make it easy, at least with the software that we selected for it. But I would rather enable people to be leaders on the site rather than everybody turning to me as the leader. It's much more fun to give rise to you as a potential superstar. Because when something bad happens, people will turn to me, and I don't want to be the good guy and the bad guy. I can't be the good guy and the bad guy. Sometimes I have to be the good guy and the bad guy. And I don't want to be that way because I can only be one or another. Usually I'll come in and balance things out to try to set things straight, and a miscommunication is usually what it boils down to, so that everything goes back to being copacetic. Strong personality is key, though, for administration and leadership in a community. You have to be there. Just ever present. People have to know you, even if you're, and no one's perfect, but even if you're someone who has a very strong personality that could rub people the wrong way, it's the fact that you're there, and that as long as you're stable, you'll make a good community leader. If you're not stable, probably not going to do well for you. It may be better for you to just become a regular active member of the community, but not necessarily be a leader, because with with becoming a leader comes a great amount of responsibility for that community. I've seen communities come and go, and as one of the points that John makes in the story here on LockerGnome that we linked in the video's description, failure is always an option. And I've set up communities years ago and had to close them down because they were just out of hand. And many people never forgave me for closing down certain parts of those communities. But they didn't quite understand all the bad that came along with the good, and the bad outweighed the good. And when that happened, I realized I need to change things up. And so luckily I haven't had to do anything like that in recent years. The one that stands out in terms of a community that I had to close down was an old set of news groups, like Usenet news groups and an NNTP hierarchy on a server, there were no moderation tools, and the spam became bad. There was no moderation, a lot of clashing personalities. It was just every day it would suck up so much of my time. And I felt like I was babysitting instead of, fostering and engendering a spirit of community. And, when it feels like it's babysitting, there's something that's a little off. The participation in a community ebbs and flows. So you could look back and say, Chris, you're, not doing what you were doing 2 years ago. Well, duh. The internet's a different place 2 years later. I'm a different person. You're a different person. You have different needs. Other people have different needs. Community ebbs and flows. But when it's time to say goodnight, Gracie, it's time. And you should keep that in mind, certainly, when you are, finding yourself in the middle of a strong community. And hopefully you guys feel a sense of belonging, whether, we're doing videos on YouTube and I'm talking directly to you, or you're participating like on LockerGnome.net or in our chat room at live.pirillo.com. If you've joined us on Nomies.com, or you're just someone who watches videos on YouTube, hopefully, we've got a strong connection, enough for you to recognize the things that I like, and potentially where the things that I like intersect with the things that you like. And right there, that nexus point, that's where community exists. Are you sucked in by all your new toys?
Yeah.
Are you putting on makeup? Is that?
No, this is called Albatross.
That's called Albatross? Is it made of Albatross? What is it?
A highlighter.
It's a highlighter, but it's white.
Highlights your face.
It highlights your face. And what's that gray thing there? It's a pencil?
Stila.
It's a Stila, so it's a stylus, like a...
This brightens up your eye.
It brightens up your eye. Do you stick it in your eye?
No. Can we try it on you?
Can we try it on me? What do you mean? You gonna brighten up my eye? All right, come here and brighten up my eye. Come here. You gotta get it. I can't hop over. Honey, I got a YouTube thing here. Are you gonna do it?
Oh, wait.
You'll wait. I think everyone wants to see my eyes get brightened. Well, you got me all excited to get my eyes brightened.
There's one more.
There's one more. Am I getting my eyes brightened or not? Do you guys want to see my eyes get brightened? What the hell is that? That looks dangerous. That looks explosive.
Hair powder.
Hair power?
Powder.
Powder? Hair powder? I swear to God, that industry just makes up stuff that women buy. You need hair powder. Does your hair hurt you? Yeah! You need hair powder. All right, are you doing the eye thing here? You getting the eye? Brighten it up for the rest of my...
Highlighter?
Yeah, get me the highlighter too. I'll do the whole work up here.
Okay.
Gonna go ahead and do that here.
Here we go.
I can't see very well. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to kick my modem into your shin. Oh, you're coming down there? Well, so they can see your hand so they can see what you're doing here. You got enough light? What do I need to do? Are you going to put that in my eye?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? Where am I going here?
Right there. Perfect.
Well, you stuck it in my eye! What the hell is it? Can I close my eye? Do I have to leave it open? Is this doing anything? It's a placebo effect. What is it? It tickles. Did it do anything?
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys see it? Did anything? I can't even see it.
It brightened it up.
Do my eyes look brighter? Does this one look brighter than this one?
No, let's give you a little shine.
Yeah, I need a little shine. You mind taking care of the zit that grew in over the week there?
Look at all the glitter.
I got glitter? You putting glitter on me? You didn't say anything about glitter.
Look at all the glitter.
You're kidding, right?
Pretty. Now you have a highlight. Your camera ready.
Well, honey, but now you just only did one eye. I'm going to be like...
Should we try the powder?
Should we try the powder?
The hair powder?
Yeah, let's try the hair powder. I was just saying that my hair didn't have powder. Did you give me a... Did it do anything?
Yeah.
What did it do?
Can you see it?
No, I can't see it, honey. It's on the top of my head.
It's a brown circle.
It's a brown circle. Oh my God, what the hell did you do? Ah, look at that. It's like poo. What'd you do? Is this like that bald spot thingy? What the hell is this?
It's supposed to give your hair volume.
It's supposed to give my hair What the hell?
Now your camera.
It's not coming off my...
Oh yeah, you look better.
I look better?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Got glitter. Well, the rest of the videos will prove to be very sparkly. Aren't you glad? You're glad you tuned in. Were the videos going okay?
Yeah.
Do they seem to be going okay? I'm sounding cogent when I'm explaining what it is that I want to talk about. I hope. You ready, honey? I do enjoy helping people. In many cases, I do this for free. One of the reasons why I put so much on YouTube is that I find these topics interesting to discuss with you, even though many of you are just watching the video. Some of you comment. Some of you are actually a part of the video. If you... No, actually, that was from the last video. Oh. Someone was asking if the community moderation video that we just did had to do with me getting makeup put on me during the break. Did you guys see that during the live broadcast? If not, you may want to go back and watch it. I like helping people. Sometimes I have fun with it. There's a solution for you if you need to find help or if you want to make money helping. Something called TaskRabbit. Now, this was something that came to us, not directly, but by the way of Stacy Croy, who is a member of our Gnomies community. She actually operates one of the Sensi, I guess, what would you call it? She's an affiliate for Sensi, and it's like these wickless candles or wax that you can plug into these little outlets, or your little outlets. They can plug into an electrical outlet, and then it basically lets the perfume escape from the wax as it melts, but there's no soot, since there's no... it's kind of geeky, if you will. So Stacy had suggested taking a look at TaskRabbit, a site that helps you find the help you need in your area, and perhaps even a way for you to make some extra money being that helpful hand. For those of you out there who love helping, want to help other people, and are looking for another way to help people, TaskRabbit may be it for you. I know Fiverr has also been a popular site to look at. In fact, I've thought about doing a Fiverr, because you can basically say, here, I'll do this for $5, and then they pay you $5 and you do it. Any ideas of what I could do for $5? What should I do for what could I do for $5? And I know you guys would ask for the world, but something simple, something fun, maybe something informational. What can I do for $5? I think it would be interesting to see what you guys would want me to do for $5. I'm into helping people and having fun. Sometimes the two can happen at the same time. I'll take a look at TaskRabbit, as outlined here in the story that we've linked in the video's description. Take the trash out. I'm not going to do that for $5. Shave your head. I would only make $5. Put makeup on. I don't think anybody would pay me to do that. $5. Dance on the street. I could do that, maybe. Helping others. Yeah. Dye your hair rainbows. Okay, you guys aren't thinking this through here. The idea is to be able to do something and be able to replicate that doing something. You can only dye your hair rainbow once. You'd make $5. What could I do for $5? Let me know. Leave a comment. Why noise can increase your productivity. You ready, honey? That wasn't a cat impression. It was my best white noise. Because I am white, and I make noise. It's what I do on YouTube, really. Did you realize that noise could increase your productivity if you're trying to get things done? Sometimes having something happening here could keep you focused here. Believe it or not, we've got a story posted on LockerGnome.com, why noise can increase your productivity. Now, there are two reasons that Ron believes background noise is beneficial to those who are trying to concentrate. They are, and this is for him, background noise actually helps him focus on one specific topic or project rather than being distracted by other things going on in the area. So the same idea holds true for if you've got your in front of your computer screen. and you're trying to get a document written. If you've got instant messenger here and a chat room there and a live YouTube video there and this happening here, you can't concentrate on that one thing you need to concentrate on. So you can install a utility that clears everything off the screen except for that one particular application. Sometimes multitasking is bad. Well, sometimes noise or sound in the room could, allow you to get through some of those tasks easier. And I find myself kind of in this mode as well. When I find that I need to push through a particular project, a set of tasks, if I put on some kind of music that does not have lyrics, so I can't sing along to it, I will actually push through the tasks quicker, or the time seems to fly by, rather than just facing that mundane experience of getting through things. And having that noise sometimes helps. Now, it's not usually a white noise. Sometimes it's just random tones. I don't have to concentrate on the music, but it's there as kind of like a touch point for me so that I can get things done. I know this is what I have to do. I'm doing it, or I'm doing it well enough, and I don't have to worry about hearing something from across the room that would potentially distract me. He notes here, too, if a room's too quiet, Ron finds that his mind tends to wander from subject to subject, often to areas that have nothing to do with they're supposed to be working, or what you're supposed to be working on, what he's supposed to be working on. Do you find yourself daydreaming that way? Perhaps a bit of noise could ground you. And he's gone through and proved his theory. My question to you is, based on the story that we've shared here and linked in the article, or the video's description, we link to the article. Do you find yourself more productive in a completely quiet environment, or are you more productive when you have something that you could listen to on a regular basis? That's the question. What's your answer? Just because you didn't think of it first doesn't mean it's a bad idea. Just because you didn't think of it first doesn't mean that it's a bad idea. And that's the title of the story that we've posted right there on LockerGnome.com. Linked it in the video's description, as we do for most of the videos that we record on YouTube these days. We quite frequently come up with ideas. There are a dime a dozen, right? I want to take a banana and splice it with a monkey. I want to have a banana monkey, and it will be awesome. There are many times that, I wouldn't say that's a great idea. It's an idea, though. It may be a very bad idea. But let's say you come up with a concept that sounds terribly familiar to what somebody else is doing. If they tell you, oh, there's something similar out there, you could look at it and say, no, mine's different. It's blue. That may be all the difference. In fact, today, news came out that an application that's available for popular mobile platforms like Android and iOS, Instagram, we've talked about it before. All it does is takes an image that you snap on your smartphone, and maybe you can apply a couple of filters to it, share it on a handful of social networks, and it sold today for $1 billion in cash and stock in Facebook. Facebook purchased Instagram for $1 billion. Would you say it's a bad idea? Or a good idea? I'd say it was a great idea. Even though they really weren't doing anything revolutionary, it was evolutionary. They just made it simple. They made it fun. So a good idea is a good idea, even if someone or many people came up with it first. If you see it through. How many times have you gone from a sudden high brought on by a brilliant thought to an embarrassing low after learning it was common knowledge? Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll make a case for the iPhone that's translucent. It's been done. Oh. Well, but is your idea that much different? Let me tell you. There are a lot of photo sharing apps out there, but one team is $1 billion more rich today than they were yesterday. And congratulations to the entire team at Instagram, including one former person who worked for LockerGnome years ago, and I ended up making the recommendation when I was asked for him to be brought aboard Instagram, and I'm very happy for Shane. I doubt he would watch this video at this point. He's kind of moved on. And I'm very happy that they made this work. So they didn't necessarily think of it first. It's not just the idea. It was the execution. and it absolutely wasn't a bad idea. So if you've ever found yourself faced with having a good idea only to find out that someone else has done it, what could you do differently? Backlink of the day goes to davidbanther.com. David, what's his middle name?
Lee.
No, it's not Lee, but I can't remember. It's L. Lawrence? Larry.
He made you say it, remember?
Lewis. Yeah, I know. He made me say it like 15 times. I didn't say Lee, though. Diana did. Just FYI. He linked back to an article on LockerGnome, the post talking about preparing for an emergency, which is a very important topic, by the way. And we linked to his link in our link section in the description. Backlink of the day. It's easy to do. Link back to an article on LockerGnome.com. We gave you 8 articles today to link to on your own blog, and then just let us know that you link back to an article and tell us where, and we may feature you as the backlink of the day, and then you might get a couple of clicks coming over to you. I bet you anything, davidbanther.com is going to get a few clicks, because we link it in the description. It'll be in the blog post on chris.pirillo.com, and it will also be in our email newsletter on lockergnome.com, which I hope everybody is subscribed to at this point. I think it's Lawrence, yes. Is praying he will be Know Me of the Day. Honey, who's the Know Me of the Day?
Carl's already been know me of the day.
Carl, you've already been Know Me. Who's Know Me, honey? You got to name the Know Me.
April.
April is the Know Me of the day. Congratulations, April Elise Martin, for the tunes that she spins.
Good job, April.
It's a really small audience we have here in this room. Very tiny.
Where is she?
She's here. She was here, I thought. Kermie arm wave. Yay! Actually, it was yay! Because his mouth was up. You need me to go get my Muppet? I'll get my Muppet. Don't make me get my Muppet. That's what I'll do for $5. I'll put my Muppet on and I'll say your name. Hey! Your name here. Thank you, everybody, for what happened. She has no idea what happened. Isn't that just the best? Really? I am going to install my new modem and hopefully get my live stream going on. Tune in to see when I get that done. I'll be doing it. Well, no, I'll be doing that right after this particular broadcast. As I said, the Wednesday night we're going to be doing a webinar that you can join us. You can watch it live. Nomies will be able to participate directly. If you have not yet subscribed, nomies.com for more information. And then, of course, you could also stay tuned to the live TLDR episode Wednesday, because we have a special guest coming in. Even though I'm having problems, I'm kind of tripping through my words here. Crazy. Microsoft just brought Netscape. What is this world coming to? Crazy. You want to see my reaction when I found out that Instagram was sold for $1 billion? Here, I'll pull up my Instagram, because that's where I shared it. Hang on, that's not my car. It's a car humping a car. Posted a few interesting photos to Instagram. There we go. There's my face. There's my face for that. And then what did I post earlier? There was there's all the comments. Medium dill pickles was the ugliest, freakiest pickles I've ever seen. There's Diana and I, kind of disappointed because we got bumped to You Have No Class. We didn't. Their coach was sold out last night in our trip back home. Easter Bunny did not use enough lotion on its skin. Then we had. I posted one picture from the Grand Canyon when we were there. There's Diana eating chocolate coated strawberry on the cob. A vending machine. It used to be a cigarette vending machine. Now it's a vending machine for fine art. It's kind of neat. There's me pointing at nothing. There's a meme waiting to happen. A shot again from right around the Grand Canyon. Joshua Tree with the cliffs in the background. There's a cactus that looked kind of weird with one little thing sticking out of it. That was my comment. Is that a cactus in your rock, or are you just happy to see me? There's the Hoover Dam. Another shot of the Southwest there. Diana playing her first adult video game there. Dad looking all pimp there in the Venetian with the background there. That's why I said pimpin'. There's our hotel room with the TV built into the mirror, kind of neat. An outside shot in the morning of our hotel room, or from our hotel room. I post photos on Instagram with the regularity. And that was a night shot. There's beer and wine getting along fine. An image of a Justin Hillgrove painting in my home office. Pixie, biting Android right there. So I'm welcoming Android to Instagram right there. So feel free to follow me on Instagram if you want. I got 8,457 of y'all. It's a lot. That is a lot. So thank you for following. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for +1ing. Thank you for being a part of our community. Inbalance by Design says on YouTube, looking forward to Wednesday's webinar as always. Windows 8 is a fail according to Wilson Sand 123. I'm not exactly sure where the hell that came from. Some people just jump it. I think they have like some kind of personality disorder. Windows 8's fail! Like, really? We're okay. I can't even remember the last time we talked about Windows 8 in this broadcast. They may be very lagged, though. They probably won't find out until like an hour after the broadcast, and they'll be watching going, hey! Oh! Because it's over. Yes, it's really over. So, will I get the live feed working again? Yes, this live feed will be happening tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific as normal. But the regular video feed, pointing into my home office, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, find out by hopping over there. Live.Pirillo.com. We'll see you later.